Hi, Jackie. Can you hear me well? One person watching it says that I got zero. Aw, bendito. Two. Oh, I got the audio on. Not lagging too much today. I ordered another camera. I know I'm a little crazy. Let me see. Let me mute this. So I'm thinking today I'm gonna do I'm thinking either scrapbook layout or maybe some tags. I'm really not sure. New paper cutter. No, Jesus. Paper shapers. They came from AliExpress. So hopefully I'm gonna do that. I also went ahead and pre-embossed this whole sheet of paper with some of the awesome embossing powders that I received from. Uh, I already embossed it all so that I can go ahead and pass it through the machine. And hopefully I won't mess up today using any of the no words. Um, but we'll see how that goes. And then I was thinking because I do have like already some pre-shaped papers that I can go ahead and use those. Um, make the whole layout and the whole scene. So I'm thinking I'm gonna start with that probably first. I'm gonna start the paper shapers after. But I wanted to show you what I got. So let me pull them out real quick. Get anything started. That way I give people time to kind of chime in. Oh, and I wanted to show you, Janet. Mira, este es el rollo. It's 5 feet by 12 inches, and this is all magnet sheet. I don't have much left, but I'm gonna order you a roll of this so that you can use it, and you can pretty much, trim them down to size. Notice how careful I'm being with my words. You can trim it down to size and use it for however you want to use it. So this is what I have, and I got this from eBay. It cost me almost $15. Feet by 12 inches. I thought it was a really good price. You have to buy the sheets that are already, pre-sized, and they're like really expensive. I bought 12 for like $12, and it was 4 by 6 inches, and good. This magnet right here is really strong. Is really good deal, and I'm gonna continue to buy these rolls, so that I can store my paper shapers. I know, paper shapers to the rescue. So, I wanted to show you what I have, what I got. I got these the other day, and I think I sent you pictures. Usa, this box is so heavy, you guys. But I have all the things that I've gotten so far in here. I got this cute. Let me see if I can show you. A video showing all of them in one shot as opposed to showing them all piece by piece. You guys can see it if it's not too right here. You get a white one. So it's got all these cute little birds, and this is a stamp set. Weirdly enough, this is from eBay, and I got this one from Boston Folder. Boston Folders, and they had this one set. So, but too bad. I think I paid like $1 for this. And I got this one. These are the embossing folders that I got so far. I got that one. It's framed out and it's got this big clock piece right there. It goes like this. It's got this big clock piece right there, and then little pieces here in the top and the bottom. If I showed this one to you guys already or not, but I got that one. It's sent to me by mistake, so I kind of contacted them, and hopefully they'll send me a new one. If I don't get it in a couple weeks, I'm gonna get a refund for that one. But it was only $1 something. And it's kind of snowy. These are like snowflakes all the way around. Okay. And I got this one, which I think I showed you guys already, but I got this one. These are all really cute. All like $1.10, $1.20. Let me see. I'm looking for stuff that still has wrappers on it because then I know. I think that that's it for these. None of these have wrappers. Let me see. Showed you guys that one already. And then I have to put this stamp set in my I got this clock piece, which I think I showed you guys already. I got this Christmas tree and this cup, really tiny Christmas tree. I thought it was gonna be bigger, so I'm not really too pleased with that. And it cost me $1 and almost $2. I thought it was gonna be bigger, but it didn't have the dimensions on it. But I know better than to order without dimensions, but I did it anyways because I don't have nothing that is Christmas related. Teacup, which is really cute and really big. Let's see. Started to kind of make my own pouches in a minute. Some of these I have labeled, some of them I don't. But I can pretty much tell just by looking at them which ones are the ones that I got. I got this is a new edition, and this one I had already. But this one right here is a new edition. I paid like almost $2 for that one. Prices went up, you guys. I'm so upset. It used to be cheaper, but the prices went up. These are embossing ones. I got both. These are two different ones. These are both. They cut out the top edge and they embossed the rest, and that one's like a little waffle shaped. Let's see here. I'm almost there, you guys. I promise. One which I love. This one's really big, and it's a whole border, and it's got 6 pieces all together. So you could just use this and cut out, emboss the edges and cut out all the little details, or you can background for it first and then cut out the shape again and put it over. So I like that one. It comes with 2 pieces on each one, so that one was really good. And I got this one for like $1.90, I think it was, so it was really cheap too. Okay, this is my new one, and these are the little pouches that I made. Now, um, I know that a lot of people have been buying. They sell at Dollar Tree, and they've been kind of cutting them in half, to kind of fit, storage system. Because actually, I got this right here. My plastic sheets because I use them all in my stamp books, and I bought this to store my stamps. But when I saw those pouches, and I'm like, I could probably make that with these. Now you cannot cut through them with the heat tool. Um, it's for copiers, laser printers. These are the inkjets. These are the clear package of like the cellophane, whatever you call it, that plastic, and they're clear. So I just use clear plastic and I fold them over like so, and then just the bottom, and I get this was 100 sheets, and I paid $11 for it. So that's like 100 little bags for $11, which is not bad. If I want to just use them as that, but like I said, I also store my dies in my binder on this. This is what I stick them on. Hi, Deb. Ah, where's my moderator so you can get blocked? So I got these the flower ones. These are the new flower ones, and I got this little flower pot, which I thought was really cute. And here are my alphas. I also got these 2-piece flowers, which is really cute also. If any of you guys see these rectangle dies with the little image in the inside, I mean, if you like though, these are perfect for like a tag, really small. I thought it was gonna cover up like the whole front of a card, but again, another one without dimensions, so I messed up on that one as well. Um, and I got this cool candle. Where is it? Cool candle right here. Love that candle. Dun, dun, dun. And I got the four ladies. I don't know if I showed you guys that already, but I got the four ladies. I think there's like 2 more out there. I'm not sure. But anywho, these are my outfits. Big they are. Really big. Now they don't sell them as one set. I got these from AliExpress. I paid for both sets together $6.47 on AliExpress. I got the small ones and I got the caps. So I'm gonna use this to my piece later on. So I'm gonna just go ahead and leave these out for right now. And that's why I embossed the paper beforehand. One from eBay, I'm not really too happy with it. It's very teeny, odd font to them, which I got it because I didn't have anything at the time. There was alphas, but when I saw those, I was like, okay, let me get those too. So I got these from eBay and those from AliEx. So let me put this away. Let me put these away too. I'm not using these today. And I believe effective next week, starting on Tuesday and Thursday, I'm gonna be coming in the morning. I'm gonna be doing them in the living room. Hopefully, because I don't know how the Wi-Fi is gonna work all the way over there, because that's what I will be relying on will be Wi-Fi. Right now, I have the Ethernet hooked up, so I have the cable straight to my laptop, which allows it to stream a little bit better. We'll see what happens. Okay, so let me get some paper out so that we can get this whole show on the road. So let's see. I'm gonna see which paper pad I want to use in a while. Maybe I get away with one. I think this is really pretty. I don't use it much because I'm kind of hoarding it, but maybe I'll get something nice out of this one. Trying to see if I find one that I like. I think I like. Oh, this is too. This is bad. When a paper is pretty on one side, and then you also kind of like the back, it's really bad. I obviously will not use that one because I like it. Oh, I like this one. I think I'll use this one for the background today. So for the layout, because the back is just plain red, and I have to can use this one. So I kind of like that one. And I have the bird themed stamp set, so I might use that as well. Cute things from the Happy Mail that I received from Linda Henson. And I think that there are some cute things in here that I can use for this. She sent me a bag full of shaped paper. So I think I'm gonna pull some things out of this and definitely put this to use. Um, this is gonna be for my fairy jar. You guys, if you're interested in joining the fairy jar swap, it's still open for sign up. You just have to let me know if you're interested in doing it, so that when I come live the next time, I can kind of pair everybody up that's gonna be swapping with each other. So don't be shy. It's not too hectic of a project, and all you need is a jar with a lid. And you don't have to have a resin piece or a plastic piece. You can print out a really pretty image. And if you have photo paper, it comes out even prettier. But that's an option. I'm just throwing it out there. That's how I did my last fairy jar. I printed it out on paper, and that came out really cute. And I have some trims there. And but this is what I was looking for. The other bag that had some other pieces inside. So I'm gonna use that to good use. And I think some of this green lace that is on here, I'm gonna use some of that. So this is just gonna be like a nice, simple kind of theme. And if I finish with good timing, then maybe I'll also go ahead and make some tags, just to kind of have some fun with you guys. Yes, Jackie. I've had that kind of date today. I'm in that kind of mode now. I'm just playing. Um, everybody's buffering, or is it just her? Like, I just want to let you guys know. Like, I went ahead and I ordered a better Logitech webcam. I ordered the one that I wanted to buy originally, but I couldn't find it on a good price. So I settled for this one, which was like about 20, 15 bucks to 20 bucks, I think is what I paid for. It was really, really cheap. But it was the best one out of all the ones that I can see there within a nice, decent price range. But luckily, I went back to school shopping, and I bought my son a phone because he's in college now and he needs one, so he can communicate with us and also bus schedules, so on and so forth. So I was looking through and I'm like, let me check out the webcams, and I went ahead and I looked and I found one that was brand new, much like $40 less than what I was seeing them before. And it's the Logitech C920, which is the one that actually it transcodes the video inside of the webcam. So as it feeds to you guys, it feeds clear and no buffering. What it says, that's what it claims to do. But it's the one that all the vloggers that are on here either use and or recommend. Even more so than the new webcam that came out. So um, to have even a better experience moving forward. That's the goal. I'm gonna grab another sheet because I'm gonna mount this onto another sheet. These edges. Um, I'm gonna do some light stamping here and there, and it's kind of like a mixed media. But I'm gonna try to refrain from using any paint at all on this piece right here, and that includes watercolor. I'm gonna try not to use any kind of paint on here, and just kind of really decorate this to the point where if I want to stick it in a frame, I can go ahead and do so. So that's the goal. And that's awesome. Jackie, maybe if you adjust your video setting and make the resolution lower, like drop it one down from where you are, maybe you won't get so much buffering, but you'll still be able to see me pretty well. Sometimes, yeah, no paint today, Brandy. I know sometimes when you have it on the big screen, it buffers more than when you watch a regular small screen. So that might also be, something to think about. So let me go ahead and grab some a piece of 12 by 12 that is at least this, so that I can use it for a backing. Something that I know I won't be using, but still has some kind of colors that kind of match with it. So if I have exposed areas, it kind of goes well. All right, this one's actually the same. This one's thicker than this one, but hopefully by the time that I mount them both together, it'll actually work really, really well. So the first thing that I'm gonna do is actually I'm gonna distress this paper first. Um, I'm gonna cut out a piece of it so that I can have some kind of a piece exposed. This piece from here, I'm gonna cut out. I keep saying the word cut. Paper shape this into the dragonfly. I wish I had a buzzer so that, like, every time that I say it, like, so I'm gonna shape this into the dragonfly. This apparatus here to do that, but I'm first gonna go ahead and cut this out. So um, I don't know how this is gonna work, you guys, because this is gonna be really, really hard for us to describe what we're doing if they're gonna be nitpicking at everything that we say. Here goes nothing. So I'm just gonna tear this up right here. I'm gonna kind of tear this up right along here. We need like a list of do's and don'ts so that a little bit better. And I'm gonna kind of this whole piece right here. And then I'm gonna paper shape that in a minute. Um, and I'm gonna do it down here as well. And all I'm kind of doing is making these little openings along the paper. First of all, the bottom is kind of exposed. And secondly, so that I can create some texture, give it a little bit of something different. Here, I'm probably gonna glue on some lace, some of that lace that I have there, or some of the ephemera pieces that I have here. have some pieces that I did not use on my last live. That's beautiful. So that's good news, Brandy. You see a rainbow. Hopefully that applies to all of us. Rainbow will appear. So let me go ahead and get some ink and start kind of inking this up. And I'm gonna ink this up bottom. I also went ahead and ordered I got some oxides coming because they were on sale in Joann's, you guys, and they were half off. So I pretty much went ahead and ordered some of those. So those will be making an appearance soon, God willing. So let's see. I'm gonna get some of this one right here. Now I went ahead and mounted all of my little foam pieces under them so that I can kind of just use them from there, and then when I'm done I just put them right back and I don't have to store them in like little baggies or anything like that. I just think that it's a little cumbersome to have to dig in and out of bags and get your fingers dirty because the ink is going to spread everywhere. So um, I'm going to use this and it'll be good enough. Now, I'm not really worried about the back side of this paper, obviously, because this is most likely going to get okay. Hi, Don. So I guess in some places the stream is not doing too well. Annie, my fingers kind of wet. I'm going to be curling up a lot of these edges and giving them texture. Right now, I'm just kind of darkening up some of these little rips that I created. And I cannot wait to play with those because I was watching videos on them, on the oxides, and oh, MG. I think I'm going to have a blast working with those. These are a little bit harder for me to, at least with these tools, I think I did a better job when I was using just the little square makeup foams. Kinds of tools, it does make it a little bit harder for me. And I think what I'm gonna do, I'm actually going to rip some of this and just create this little kind of ripped edge look, so that I have some of that other paper kind of exposed. And I might actually change that. I might actually change this to a lighter paper so that I can do some stamping on it. And I'm just gonna go over some of this stress ink. I think I'm only gonna do ripping on that side, and I'm gonna leave these as they are. I just have this side to do. At least I got the motion right, right? As far as the swirling. I just hope that they kind of figure this glitch out sooner rather than later because a whole new vocabulary. I barely have the other vocabulary down pat. To learn a whole new vocabulary now, like have to make up words like paper shapers, all these things. So we'll see what happens there. Use a little bit. Janet gifted me some Velcro, some little Velcro dots, and I just used some of them to attach the foam pieces to the back of the ink set. Let me find another paper because I'm about to glue this down. I just need to have that base ready to go. You could use a sponge. I've used the sponges before. It's like, I think it's like 50 or whatever. Those big packs that they sell in the Dollar Tree, and those work wonders. And I use those for paint. I use those for everything. Started becoming a little bit tedious off every single time. So I think I'm going to use those sponges strictly for painting. I mean, obviously, I probably dabble in the inking every now and then. But I bought it. The pack brings 20, so that's more than enough that what I need. With the little foam pieces, these little circle things. For the amount of inks that I have, that thing doesn't want to stay up. Let me see if I can find a lighter paper. Ask and you shall receive is what they say. I have this one here, so that should be fine. I'm gonna get this one out of here. And I think this one comes with stickers. If I'm not, is that what those are? I don't know. I've never used this. I got this in a lot, which is off of some that I don't even know whom. So let's see what's in here. So these are. Oh, I guess you cut these out. Yeah, you cut these out, which I don't think I'm gonna do because I don't really like those colors for what I'm doing. Oh, this brings three. It brings two sheets and a sticker sheet. Okay, dollars way too pricey for that. That's for sure. But I think that this will match well with this. I'm gonna go ahead and mount this. But before I mount it, let me go ahead and rough up some of these edges just so that it's got some texture going all the way around. And then I'll see what pieces I have in the Happy Meal that I received, um, that I can go ahead and use. And I'm also gonna do some stamping onto this paper as well. Onto this paper here. Not so much on this one, but on all the places that I have it kind of opened up, I do want to have a little peekaboo area where some stamping kind of shows through. Yeah, they do, and that's another turn off. They tend to start flaking off, like it starts rubbing off. Sorry about the noise, you guys, but you can't scrape paper without scrape noises. So it does kind of start to. I need this again. Off, and you'll start getting all these little teeny little balls of foam all over the place, which is extremely annoying to have to keep cleaning up. And then when you clean it off, then it'll end up putting ink in places, saturated ink, by the way, in places you don't want to turn off. And I found a good combo deal for the applicators and the sponges themselves. So I got that to kind of keep my hands a little cleaner and hopefully help me be a little bit more productive. And all I was missing was the foam, the Velcro pieces, and Janet helped me out with that. So that was awesome. All right, so I think this is it for that. Let me go ahead and get some stamping done. And I need to get the cling stamp. So where do I have it? Okay. All right, you guys might feel a little bit of shaking because where I have my stamp book is right above where I have my camera, but I have it in its own little case. I feel or notice a little bit of shaking here and there. This is more or less how I store. These are like my other stamps. I still have to kind of, I'm going to use this stamp. I always go for the script stamp, but this is a nice background stamp as well. Ugh. And that's why it's like all over the place and wobbly. Overall, it is a very good system. I'm using it with the cardstock. If you back it up with a nice cardstock clear sheets of the projector paper, good. It does work pretty well. Little acrylic block, which is this one right here. Now I'm just gonna do this around the edges. Um, and I'm gonna use some archival ink since it's a bigger block than the little ones that I tend to use. This one in a while, so hopefully it's got some juice in it still. And I would use it with my hand, but I put so much of that tacky stuff on the tacky glue for this that I've been putting on the stamps lately that of very sticky on the fingers. And I used this stamp a couple days ago. Love it. And I don't care for it to be concise everywhere because this is not going to be the focal point. I just want to have something going on in the edges of my paper, especially with those areas where it's going to be exposed. That's pretty much what this whole process is about. Anything else? I have one more spot to kind of ink up. Alrighty, you guys. So I got that done. I'm gonna also ink up just some of these edges here on this paper as well. I'm gonna add some shading to it, and I'm gonna use some vintage something. Let me see what I pull out here on my hands. This is vintage photo. Vintage photo on these edges, just to kind of darken them up a little bit. And the tips that I received were to start from the outside in, and that tip works really well. I am not very well versed in, I'm practicing as I go. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna do a test stream next week. Well, I'm gonna do a test stream when I get the camera in to see how that works, see how good it shows and everything. It shows really well, and I don't have no more of this buffering stuff because everybody in the house and everybody on cell phones and computers and stuff like that. I think it'll be easier for me in the morning when everybody's at school and the internet should be or free error, I should say. So it'll be easier, hopefully, and better quality upload. And I will be starting to do more videos, hopefully with voice, with me being able to talk the process and stuff of what I'm doing. I'm moving forward as well. Hectic kind of summer, I want to say, because in the house, it's not so easy to, say, okay, let me talk through this video and let me give instruction. Videos in the past don't have that. They don't have that instruction. Or I have to type it in, I should say, which is what I would do most of the time. But I want to be able to not have to edit so much and be more free. Oh, I broke that a little bit, but hopefully not too bad. So personal goals, right? That's what it's all about. So I'm almost done with edging this up. And the only reason that I did the whole paper is because if I feel like opening it up in other places, then I don't have to worry about, oh, I didn't edge it up here. It doesn't have any shading. And for $4, it would have stayed on the shelf. So let's see here. Let me put this back. These are really good sponges, though. I wish I would have known that they were that good. I probably would have got them a while back. So let's see here. I'm going to try to place this paper in a place where I have a good, let's see, where I have a good space for this area being open. And I have some decent inking. I think this is going to go better like this. This space. This page doesn't have much. So let me go ahead and just add a little bit of something here or there. Just for it to show and have some kind of interest. And then we'll start assembling this page. And I'm going to use double-sided tape. Thanks, John. Are you guys able to see me well? Let me see. I think I got to move this camera up a little bit. Be a little bit better. Get more of the picture. These are from eBay. Double-sided tape. You could get rolls of 10 for like $2.50, sometimes less than that. Is because I am going to be having some fabrics tucked in here and there, and I do not want to overwhelm the whole thing or stick the whole thing down. I wanted to have a little bit of dimension, so I might actually end up popping over um, some dots here and there, which is why I'm not putting the tape all the way out to the edge. I'm just going to concentrate on gluing just some of these areas here, kind of off the center, and leaving some of the places in the top kind of open, because if I want to prop this up a little bit, then I can add some, fold the paper up just a little bit and kind of add some foam dots or foam squares to it to give it a little bit more dimension and add a little bit more shadow in here and there. But I think that's pretty much it for that. So I'm going to go ahead and start actually adhering this to the background. Yes, I love the birdie. Anything with wings I like. Nature in general. Though I don't like sharks. I could deal with some of the other fishes, just no jaws. So let's see. I want to make sure that this is at least should be good here and there. And like I said, I left it kind of open, so if I feel froggy and I feel like, okay, you know what, let me rip some more paint, let me rip some more pieces, I can go ahead and do that. And what I'm gonna do now is I'm actually gonna use this already here. I'm just not sure how exactly, but I'm gonna go ahead and use my handy dandy tool, remove the excess. And I'm not worried about legs or antennas. Not like in biology or science class. So I'm okay with removing those little, extremely hard to um, work around anyways. So it's just easier to remove them. Yes, I love winged things, butterflies, birds, no bats, but all other things, yes. And no flying roaches either. Don't like flying roaches. I remember one time I went to go visit in Dominican Republic. We had some heat. They look just like roaches, but I don't think that they're called roaches. Like 7 years old. It was like that they kind of lived in before they got, upgraded, and then we got, a house and stuff like that out of that area that they lived in. So everything over there is made of, metal tin, metal and wood, pretty much. Come into play for quite some time. If you could afford bricks, then you was pretty much up there, right? So huge things. And I remember the first night that I stayed in my grandmother's house, I saw this thing like zoom, just like attach itself to the wall, and I'm like, what the heck is that? I ran out of that room so fast. You would not believe how fast I ran out of that room, you guys. It's like, OMG, what the heck is that? Like, I'm here, terrified of the little ones, and you got big ones over here. Like, how this thing gets so big? Listen, there's no shame in my game, So it is what it is. Facts are facts. Life is life. So I was just like, oh my God, like, no, get this thing the hell away from me. And my aunt is like, oh, that's nothing. That's just this. And she called it some name. I was so scared. I don't even remember the name. I was just like, no, I don't care what it's called, what his last name is, Social Security. I don't care for none of that. Or get me into a different room. Like, that's all I wanted to do. I was just like, get rid of it. Sleep. I literally slept that whole night with one eye open, just looking at the wall. Like, I hope this thing doesn't come back and wants revenge. So let's see. So I got my little thingamabob over here, and I'm gonna place that in some kind of something or the other. And I think what I'm gonna use that for actually is to cut out some. Oh Lord, this is gonna be hard, you guys. A paper shape, some butterflies with a butterfly paper shaper. Oh, okay. So you know what they are, Don. Yes. Oh my God, I've never seen nothing like that. I was mortified. I was mortified, you guys. I could not deal. I was like, what in the world? Why did I come here? Take me back to my country. I can't deal with this right now. And not. But once they moved out of where they used to live at, and I went back, I never saw them things again. So I was like, oh, thank God. That was a good thing. That was a good thing. So let's see. Some of these are red and they give a nice contrast to the paper, so they'll pop out nicely. Some of these and kind of add that there. Um, so this is what he's kind of looking at. So this baggie of goodness. They're everywhere is what you're telling me, Don. No. Oh, I'm never going to Florida again. 101 excuses why not to go. Now I have 301. Just cannot. I cannot. I like that. That's cute. Okay, so this bag it doesn't have. I like this, but I think I'm gonna use that on a card. So let's see what this baggie has. So I know there's a whole bunch of cute stuff in here, and I also have a bin if I can find it. I think it's under, yeah, it's under my desk. I'll have to pull that out. Let me just put this to the side. I already embossed paper, so I just have to run it through the machine and get some shapes out of there. With some white. Let's do this on the quicker side. I might use some pieces of that. If my opening was a little bit bigger, then that probably would have been perfect because you can add a nice little picture here. I am personally not a scrapbooker, but I do love the process of creating scrapbook pages. I think they're beautiful, and it's a perfect way to display family photos and events. So I like creating them. I just don't. I use them more like a art journal type of process, and not so much the process of actual scrapbooking. All right, so none of these I think are gonna go into that. These will be perfect for other things, but not so much for what I'm doing today. So let's go ahead and go through some of these trims that she sent me and see what I can use from there. To go through my little box and see what I have pre-sorted out already. I have to actually sort through these as well, but it's always good to kind of look through stuff so you can see what's there and what's not. I figure it's almost the same process as creating a card. So if I can practice both things, then that might a little bit. I kind of like this, so I'm gonna use this right here. I like these pink flowers. Um, I use those pink flowers that are in there. These I'm gonna save for my fairy jar swap, so that I can decorate my fairy jar. I think I'm also going to be doing one to give away to the ladies that participate. You know, to do like a drawing, and for all the ladies that participate, I'm gonna put them in something and draw a winner from there and give away one to, to a lucky lady. I bought these really pretty sugar jars. It says sugar on it, and it looks very vintagey, kind of very diner style. Um, so I'm gonna use that to kind of alter. So this should come out really really cute. I think some of this. So I'm trying to see how exactly I'm gonna do this. And I like this mostly because of the texture. So I'm just gonna create like a little, gonna kind of hide it somewhere in there. And let's see how we do this. Let me get my other box of gifts. There goes my other. That's not bad. So I kind of store my shaped paper in these little CD. I bought a couple packages of CD storages, and this is pretty much how I have my things. Like I have all my tags and stuff like that. So this is just like all purely tags, and this kind of helps me to have things kind of sorted out in a way. So let me just see quickly. I think I'm looking at this from the wrong side because the windows are on the other side. And what I like is that it has the windows, so I can kind of get a glimpse real quick of what colors are in there, what shapes are in there, and if they suit my needs, then I pull it out. But I do try to have most of my shaped paper be in white, unless they are like that I use like a specific tool to kind of get them out. Let me see. I think I see something in here that I like. Let's see. I don't know. So let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Um, Maybe some cute doilies. I don't want to go too white because nothing that I have in here is white. So I'm trying to see if I find something that is copacetic with the color scheme. And this is what I plan to do, pretty much run through all of my metal shapers. Of use them, put them all in these little storage pouches so that I can kind of just sift through them and not go too crazy. Some bird cages. Let's see. Well, I like that one with the dark. I like that one with the dark color better than the light pink because there's just too much pink. There's just too much pink going on in here. So this will just take me a few more moments, and I like this timepiece. I think I'm gonna ink this up and make it darker. It's got little hands. It's got two little hands. And I think Damaris, who is Blessed Hands, gave this to me. If I'm not mistaken, it's either Damaris or Kelly, I believe. I'm not sure. Haven't made many journals. I don't think I've made any journals, to be honest with you, but it's definitely something I think I would like to try. But I know it does require quite a lot of work to do. I just don't know if I can handle the challenge of putting so much into it. But it's definitely something that calls my attention. I can hear you guys. Oh wait, just when I thought I was out, they pulled me back in. I have these very pretty. Well, let me get this filigree out. But I think I'm gonna use the dark side because I like the contrast um, of those colors. Also, some little leaves. I'm gonna get these little pink ones out. And this paper is so smooth. Feels velvety. Um, I'm gonna ink these up a little bit to create a little bit of an edge on them, stand out from the background. And I'm probably gonna do vintage photo if I'm not mistaken. But I think this is it for me. Yep, this is it for me. And the pieces that I'm gonna use out of my little stash here. It's easy pulling the thing out. It's not so easy putting it back in. So I'm just going to put it aside for now. All right, so I think and I put that in there, but I don't even know. I think I'm gonna have this kind of popping out of there. I kind of like that, kind of sticking out of there, like so. Um, I'm gonna put the timepiece right here. All right, so let me go ahead and play with these little pieces here. Start getting this whole thing kind of going. I have so many little pieces that I think that honestly that would be the way for me to kind of pieces is just to make one of those to make a you know one of those journals, those junk journals. But I haven't really tried, to be honest. So I'm gonna ink up everything with a little bit of this brown, including this pink little trim, just to make it all pop off the background because the background just has a lot of pink and light colors in it. And I just want to kind of dirty it up a little bit. So I'm just gonna ink up all these little cute leaves for the best, right? That's all we can ever do is hope for the best. Pretty nice. Probably once I have grandchildren, which I hope no time soon, but hopefully, when I have grandchildren, I think that that's probably when I get more into scrapbooking. Um, me, but for my daughters, um, a place to have like all their kids' pictures and stuff like that. Spot. Well, what I learned, Deb, about the difference, because that was my question too. Um, from I spoke to Sandy, who's Decorate Your Life, and you guys, who if you've seen her channel, you know that she's all about that really shabby, very pretty, very elegant, type of work. I also have a problem with that because I tend to add, dark distress ink to a lot of my things. I had to do a Happy Meal swap with Liz, so I wasn't really sure, and I didn't want to mess it up. She told me is this kind of pastel. So if colors are too dark, then try to lighten them up. Add a little bit of light gesso on them. Try to lighten them up some way somehow. If you have to kind of scrape a little bit on the top, then scrape a little bit on the top just to get a little bit of that white kind of showing through and having the colors not be so dark. Do not at any point in time on any element at all add vintage photo or walnut stain distress ink or any kind of dark black, brown kind of color to it at all, because then that turns it from a shabby to a vintage. Now, I didn't go crazy and add all the lace and all of the stuff to what I did, but I did keep it very pink, lavender, like really, really like a baby lavender kind of color, very, very light. Silvers and golds, I guess to a certain extent are okay, but I think gold goes a little bit better than the silver, at least from what I experienced with what the one I was making. Um, Anytime that you add any dark colors or bold colors, it automatically starts going more towards either retro or vintage. The shabby has to be really, really soft. I dabbed it into the lid. Uh, has to be really, really soft. Like this, well, not now, but originally this pink, this very soft pink, will definitely be good color. Very soft blues, very soft, purples, like lavender almost. Very soft colors. It's kind of the way to go. Even the flowers, white, off-white, beige. If you're using a yellow, make it like a really pale yellow, like very pale, very soft, nothing vibrant. Things I think is optional, but it just enhances the shabbiness of what you're creating. Added some, I think. I don't even think I added much. Well, Liz will tell you because she received it. I don't remember how much of anything I did add, but I kept it really soft and I showed areas that I felt were getting a little dark or a little bit out of hands. And not heavy white, kind of gesso over it. All right, so I got these pieces. I'm gonna start trying to level this up. Let me put my little hands right here and all these little pieces here and there. So I really like this piece, but the way that they cut it, they actually cut it so that this part is kind of raised. This is the embossed area, so this would be like the negative side, and this would be like the positive side. But I like this side better because it just goes better with the theme. So I'm gonna use that side instead. What I'm gonna use. I'm still kind of contemplating on that. And then I have here some lace, but I think I'm gonna dirty this lace up a little bit. I was gonna use the green because it kind of matches a little bit, but I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add lace here. Maybe I won't add some lace at all. I think I'm gonna probably add some tulle. Let me see what I find. Um, Thank you, darling. I made it with lots of love just for you. This I think it's probably gonna be a little bit better. So it's nice and wide, and it'll help me cover up a little bit of that area that I want to hide. So I'm gonna place this lace first, and then I'm gonna start gluing all my little pieces in. I'm just gonna get a little piece out of here. I don't think I need much. I just wanted to kind of go from end to end. Um, so we'll see kind of how that goes. So kind of like from end to end, and then I'll just tuck it in. I could never find this nice, beautiful lace on eBay. Every time I order lace, I get these things that they're like so thin. Like it gets me so upset. I'm gonna darken this up too because again, I don't have any white going on over here, so I have left on my ink. So just kind of dirty it up a little bit. And this really sucks because I'm not using any paint today, and I'm like, oh no, I need to paint something. But I'm gonna try to get better. Incorporate paint. I like incorporating paint in everything that I do. Well aware by now. But I think you can incorporate paint in projects. The problem with me is that once I start painting, I honestly do not know how to stop. It's like something comes over me, you guys. Here I am just painting my life away. Where's my glue? All right, so I must have my. Let me see if I have it in here. It's gotta be in here. I've been working on my Halloween spectacular hop items, and I've been putting my glue here, there, and everywhere. And I can't find it. My baby missing. I know, right? But it's okay because I need that restriction. I have to learn how to control that urge. Let's see. Just gonna add a little bit of this tacky glue here. Well, it's not tacky. It's the Eileen's glue. Well, it says tacky on it, so yeah, I'm gonna say that it's tacky. Kind of place this up here, here, kind of tuck this in. Too short, but that's quite all right. So I'm gonna have stuff here anyway. I'm gonna just put this little bit of lace right there. Come on, baby. I guess that's kind of good about this glue. It kind of lets you play with it a little bit because it does not dry up as quickly as my other one does, my Dollar Tree glue, my favorite glue in the whole wide world. So, but I really want the other glue because it's just a little bit neater. But I don't know where I put it. I cannot believe it. It has to be around here somewhere. Let's see, baby. Pop out, wherever you are. Where are you? I need you. Pop out, wherever you are. I need you. Come on, baby. Come. Deb, you already create beautiful things, darling. All right, so this is kind of I could have used something to kind of prop this up. I'm kind of debating that right now. Do some kind of paper behind this. I think I should. I'm gonna leave this for last. I'm gonna add this piece. I think I'm gonna cover that in and then just cut the center out. I'm not sure. Let's see how this goes. I don't want to lose these little arms right here, the little hands. So for this one, I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm probably gonna add some bling to this piece here and there. And I like this glue. I think what I like most about it is the fact that it actually goes through my bottle pretty easy. I don't have to deal too much with clogging, even though it does clog every now and then if I don't put the cap on properly. Um, the fine tip is what makes it this glue really what it is, because I only have to add a little bit. The Eileen's glue is too thick to go through this. I tried it and it's just way too thick. And I know I could probably water it down, but I don't want to water it down. I'm thinking, okay, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do this kind of like up here. All right, so I'm gonna add that kind of like right there, so that it kind of shows through over the lace. Um, I'm trying to see how I'm gonna add these little leafage, bobs, but maybe I can add these somewhere else and add something to it. I think I'm gonna add that there, add that kind of right there, and I'm gonna attach something right under this little vine right here that makes it look like it's holding um, the little bird cage. Hola Ruth, ¿cómo estás? Add that there. Um, and yeah, I'm gonna get some nice paper that I can kind of mount that on. I just have to find the right paper now. I have to find the right paper. It kind of goes well. This has some blue in it, so maybe I can get away with adding some blue. Where did it go? Some blue to it, you guys. What do you think? Once I glue this down, there's no take backsies. So I'm kind of really debating this right now. Ah, nice. Thank you for joining. Let's see here. I'm trying to see if I have another paper. I'm trying to see if I have another paper that I can use besides that one. This is very pretty, but nope, it does not match. It does not match. So I think I'm gonna go with that blue. I think what I'm gonna do to it is I'm gonna probably stamp in uh, some images on it. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna use some of my washi tape. I'm gonna use some of this washi tape, and I'm gonna glue this on there. Yes, Liz is one busy mama. So let's see, let's see. Make sure that I have this. I'm probably adding way more tape than I need, but I need this to be good. I think that'll work really well. Let me go ahead and glue this nice and stuck on there. And this is where fine tip really comes in handy. Pop this up as well on some foam because the backing will be solid, so you won't be able to see that. And then I could probably stick the little pink leaves all around it, so I think that'll be cute. I thought today was going to be the perfect day for me to try to practice our new vocabulary of using and not using, which was 12 o'clock. Okay, right here. Oh, let's stick here. So let's see here. This glue dries really, really clear. Anything. They moved. Oh yeah, they did a lot of changes. They did. I know a lot of people right now. They're kind of skeptical. Um, and that's kind of why I did my video as far as letting people know, because I know you cannot just go by one horse's mouth, if you will. Um, my husband watches a lot of different channels. He's more like his little genre is a little bit more open than mine, where I just kind of watch people that are crafting, painting, art journaling, so on and so forth. He kind of watches the rest of the people that are left over. And I've been noticing a lot that in the past couple weeks, a lot of people have been complaining about the new changes that were taking place, but I didn't think that that was going to affect us. So I didn't really take it too much to heart. I was just like, oh wow, that's crazy. I thought it was because of their own personal behaviors, which is probably the reason why that was happening to them. I'm into Sandy, who's Decorate Your Life, and I saw a comment that she put on her Instagram, and I was like, "What is this about?" I kind of asked her, and she was like, "Yeah, this is something that's been happening. I've had a couple of my friends who are crafters, kind of get their videos flagged," and I'm like, "Really?" I started kind of doing research, and I started, searching it not only on YouTube but searching it on the web as well. I'm kind of going through their guidelines on when I found their guidelines page and started looking through all of that. And it's kind of very vague in the fact that it doesn't tell you specifically what can or cannot be said. Come to think of the words that we're using, they can all be associated with some type of injury in one way or the other. So I thought that maybe that was it. And then I saw that Lori went ahead and put a video up saying what was happening to her, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is definitely going to be something that's going to be affecting us. So I kind of gave the girls the heads up, and then I made that video. Not overall everybody's very grateful, but I did have like this one person there who was kind of skeptical about the situation, trying to insinuate that I was like trying to start a rumor, or I was just kind of following the rumor mill. And I'm like, no, it's not a rumor mill when you have people here that are actually showing you that their videos are being flagged and their videos are non-offensive, non-threatening, forth. I can understand if that was the case, if they were threatening in some way or the other, but they're not. So, hola Isabel, ¿cómo estás? And that's true, and that's what should happen. So, like I said, I'm not against them trying to censor it. Overall, there's a lot of madness that happens here. End up doing things to themselves because they cannot handle, being dealt at the time. So that's a good thing, that they are a little bit better. I just think that when it comes to a community of crafters or chefs, for example, that have to, use a certain thing, a certain tool to accomplish a certain task, and they cannot describe the tool that they're using or the task that they're accomplishing, then that kind of makes it really hard to showcase, number one, what you're doing, number two, proper description, number three, tutorials, so on, as far as like stores like Michael's, Sizzix, all these name brand stores, they have, I'm like drawing a blank here. They have all of these things kind of set up. That's going to really affect them negatively. And it's also going to affect us because we're not going to be able to see them. And that's pretty much what I was, that was pretty much the gist of my message. Like, I'm not telling you guys to go ahead and just do this, do that, do the third. Better play it safe than sorry. And why risk it if you don't have to? Especially if you are a channel that is monetized, so on and so forth. My channel is monetized. I don't get great amount of views, but if you have to wait till you hit 1,000 views for them to pull it out of a vault, like guess what's gonna happen? Your video is never gonna come out of a vault. That was pretty much it with me. It wasn't much more than that. So I just wanted people to be safe, like if this is something that is going on, then just be careful, don't be next. That's all. So far, I'm gonna knock on wood. I made that whole video saying the word, but I didn't use those words in my tags at all, and my video did not. It didn't get pulled. It didn't get flagged. So far, so good. So, and this is what I'm saying. I think that when you use the tags, it triggers the machine to listen to what you're saying. And that's another thing that I was trying to, say forward to somebody there. That yes, granted, they do have the machines that listen to your voice, but I think the tags is more or less what kind of makes them uh, kind of listen. I think there's a lot of stuff going on. Kind of listen to what you're saying and what you're doing. I'm trying to see where I want to put this because I can put this thing down here now. So I think I'm gonna put this clock up here somewhere. And that's pretty much all of that was. Like, I don't know. I'm not the the guru here. I'm just trying to spread a message that I think is a helpful message. It'll help you guys in the long haul. Where are my little hands? Oh, here they are. Oh, hi Joyce. How you doing, love? I don't know. This is gonna make it really difficult. It really is. So I don't know how we're gonna figure this out. But right now I'm trying my best to call them metal paper shapers. Um, and so I don't know. I'm really trying to figure this out right now. I have no idea. So feedback. If enough of us do gather and send feedback, then that situation pretty much bring some light to that situation because it's affecting us. How are we supposed to say you know what we're doing? And how is anybody gonna find us when we do what we're doing? It's just madness, Lord. I'm gonna make it 5. That's 6. Oh, I made my 12 o'clock off. Oopsie daisy. My 12 o'clock is like 1 o'clock. This is 12 o'clock. Thank God I noticed. All right, what happened to all my group? All right, what happened to my little hand? Right there. So I don't know, you guys. I doubt that these companies are going to change their brand names or their packaging names to all this ridiculousness that is happening right now. Yeah, like I said, I think that that's what triggers it, Brandy. So maybe you get away with it. You'll know soon enough. I mean, once you do a couple videos and you're using that, you're using the word, but you're not using it in the tags. If if it gets pulled or not. So far, my stuff is continuing the same. But as soon as I heard, I went ahead and I did pull out all those tags, as many as I possibly, because there's no way that I'm gonna be able to do all of those. Like that will take me some dedication that I'm not willing to give right now. So, um, things happen to those videos there, it is what it is. But for the most part, I don't know. It's just gonna be very hectic. It's just gonna be very hectic overall. This piece is coming along rather nicely. What am I missing? All these little butterflies gotta get put away somewhere. And I have this little spot here that I don't know what I'm gonna put in it. In there. Oh, this little thing right here. First of all, I gotta glue this down. Right here, this little edge right here needs to be. This is just all over the place. So I'm gonna tuck this in right there. Tuck this baby in, and hopefully that'll hold. So every time you say pee, people are gonna think you gotta go to the bathroom. Nobody's monitoring it. That, and that's the problem. Thing is that it's not an actual person. They give a computer instructions. The computer does what the instructions say. So it's not that it's like a personal vendetta, if you will, against crafters. I don't think by any means or any stretch of the imagination that that is what is going on. I think what is happening is I really like that. I really like that there. What do you guys think? Right on top of that. I think what is happening is just that uh, didn't didn't exempt certain communities, and I think that that's what they need to do is exempt certain communities that portrayed or make word associations. If this word is used in conjunction with this phrase, then pull that, flag that. Just regular regular chatter should not be, should not happen with just regular conversation or with tutorials, so on and so forth. Yes, there is worse things that they need to be monitoring. Um, Besides us, there are so many people doing so many things. It's ridiculous. But I'm gonna be honest, they're catching a lot of people. They're going after many channels, even vegan channels. They're going after all kinds of people, gender preferences, all different kinds of things. Um, they're coming for them. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I believe it's mostly their fault. Those kinds of drama channels, so on and so forth, that kind of bully each other, argue with each other, about each other. I think it's mostly them, mostly because of them that this is happening. They kind of up the rules because like Pepsi, Coca-Cola, so on and so forth, they're not gonna want to have their ads associated with people that are speaking or doing these hateful things to one another. They're not gonna want to do that. Okay, now I'm gonna try to cut out some kind of a phrase that's gonna go in here, and then I'm gonna add some blingage to this. But let me curl up some of these edges and see how this goes, and then I'm probably gonna bling it out a little bit. I like how this came out overall, and I think it's got. If I wanted to add pictures to it, I think it would have a nice opening to do so, like a nice little summer theme. I have my dowel, and I just kind of curl these edges out. I don't necessarily need to stick them or anything like that. Finger and kind of, put that nice pressure on it to kind of open these up a little bit. It's a glitch because it's attacking everybody. It's attacking everybody. It's not going specifically after these kinds of people or that kinds of people. It's attacking everybody. I think it goes wrong because some people's professions are to do exactly the words that to use things that create those actions that those words describe, causing harm to a person. So I don't know. Hopefully, like I said, this whole situation gets cleared out. And this is why I think it's very important. Like I sent them a letter, you guys. I sent them a letter. I'm like, how do you expect for us to be able to, you know, describe the things that we're doing? How can we make proper artistic tutorials if we cannot create paper with utensils and or tools that describe the action that we're doing to the paper? Like, how are we supposed to do that? You're creating a hardship where there doesn't need to be one. So I kind of curled up all these little sections. This little thing open here because I'm gonna try to figure out what I'm gonna do to that. Fix this. I still gotta glue this and just a little bit more, make that stick, kind of press them together so they can stick. But I got all my little openings there, my little exposed openings here, and I'm just curling this up. Hi, Teresa. I really like how that clock piece looks, but I am gonna add something else to these little there. I think they're kind of plain. Made some flowers somewhere. I did some flowers using some metal paper shapers. Metal paper shapers. Metal paper shapers. Metal paper shapers. For anybody that doesn't recognize the beat, that's Tamario, but I'm pretty sure that most of you guys recognize that if you've had children or have ever been one during the 90s or 80s. So let's see. Cute flowers that I cut out. They're kind of pinkish, but they also stand out because they're kind of reddish, like a dark pink. So you can add some of these little cute ones here and there. I don't know so much about these striped ones. I don't think that these stripes will match too well. And I know I have them on sunflowers, so I'm gonna use the ones that are predominantly not so exposed. Like I'll probably use that one because it doesn't show so much, and save all these little teeny pink ones for something else, and use these little red ones right here, and add some kind of bling to that. Um, this is mad news. Yes, he is. He is still popular. Although I don't like the new version. That I do not like the new version. I am an old school kind of person. I really prefer Mario and all the way up to Mario 4, the original Mario 4 from 1 to 4. I can play any of those and be a happy camper. All this new stuff now is like so overly complicated. I can't deal. What I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna add that there, and then a wall in there. That is not much. So we shall see. Don't say that. Not even joking, Liz. Oh my God, no. What was I gonna do? I literally forgot, you guys. Flowers here, which I don't know if I'm gonna use them or not. I might use them after the fact. I'm gonna add some blingage here and there to kind of make this pop. I'm gonna add a little bling right here. Add some kind of a chain or something going up here, to kind of, make it look like it's attached to that. I always love attaching the birdhouses to something. I don't like to them because they're birdhouses and they usually have the little hook on the top. So it's like, okay, you're not gonna just find this birdhouse in the middle of the woods without it being attached to something. I can see it being attached to a tree in the middle of the woods, but I cannot just see it standing, there, So, okay, you guys. So I think what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna use my paper shapers because I literally drew a blank. I'm not sure if that's what I was gonna do next anyway, but we're gonna see. So I got these, and then what I did is to save time, and again because my lights will literally go out. I went ahead and embossed. This is like a red, sparkly red, and a silver and a black. But I think I'm just gonna go with the black for now. Limited on those colors, but very grateful that I have the four that I have. I should have probably used gold, but I didn't think about it. And they come out okay. So let's see. I gotta move all this stuff out from under mine. Just when I thought I had room, I ran out of room. Lord help me. Okay. I have my used and abused little machine here. And I have to figure out what I'm gonna put as far as a saying on that. But hopefully, let me see. Do I have some pieces stuck on here? Oh, I sure do. I got the flag. A little tray, so I remember to put that in its designated spot. Alrighty, so let's see. So something easy, my no cut plate into. But this metal thing, you guys, is all warped from the sides. Like, I don't know. Thing cost me $8, man. I'm not happy. So let's see, let's see, let's see. I need a phrase, you guys. I need a phrase. Please. The joy of freedom. That might work, right? The joy of freedom. Let's see if we can cut that out. The joy of freedom. Now these things are backwards, so I'm gonna try. And it should still come out okay if I put the image face down. The joy of. I guess I'll have to wait for the O and do the freedom part next. Well, do I? Freedom second, just so that I can use up what I need to use up for this. Paper down to size. Now I didn't do the greatest embossing job on this paper, I will admit. I wonder if I should even use it. I might just get away with using some kind of pattern paper. Um, but I'll do a run and see how I like it. If I don't like it, then I'll just probably get some pretty pattern paper and instead. I haven't even used these metal cutting shapers, metal paper shapers. Oh, but that's what we wish to acquire. It's the joy. We want the joy back. Need you to us and bring us the ability to be happy once again. Happy, man. We're not happy. Happy. You don't want us leaving because then you'll really lose, income, advertisers, and so on and so forth. And the next generation of YouTubers are gonna be boring as all heck. Whatever happened to the freedom to be who you want to be? All right, I think I like it, and I really like the size. I think that they're good enough to pretty much go really far. Hello, FBA. So for the most part, I'm going to use this as it is, and I think that the fact that some of the white kind of shows through gives it a little bit of texture. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ink them. Little white spaces that kind of found themselves around there can kind of disappear. All right, so and they got a good weight to them as well, so they're not too flimsy. So let's see. So we have now to spell freedom. So we have the F, we have an R. I'll have to come back here with two more E's, but I can't do that now. We have a D, right? This D. We have an O. We have an M. Put it upside down, and we put these back because I will lose them. And this is actually what prompted me to make those little pouches that I made with the ink jet paper, the projector paper, is because I knew that somewhere on the line I was gonna lose a letter. I'm like, oh, I need to eat. I need at least an E. Where's my E? We have the R, the E. I just need one E. Where's that? I was just talking about it. Don't tell me I did it to myself already. I had the joy. So where is the E? Oh, there it is. Dun, dun, dun. To poke the paper out. So, but other than that, I think it's a really good dye. Paper shaper, alpha paper shaper. Lord help me, cause I don't know if I'm gonna survive. And one pass through this actually very good on the um, piercing in the paper through. I don't even know if that's a okay word or it's a no word. I don't even know. No, if it's a no, but it is what it is. Don't do this to me. Come on, baby. So, so good. Got the P out of there. Got the E out. All the other letters I'm fine. I can get these out. I just need this E again so that I can spell the word freedom. I catch you down. So let's see. Let's see. So me likey, I think you guys are gonna see me using this thing a lot because I hate my handwriting. So this is definitely an alternate for that. What did I do with the needle? I don't know what I did with the needle. Found it. Alrighty, you guys. Alrighty. So I got it going. I got it going good. I got it going. I got it going good. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Put this away because I don't need you no more. I think so anyway. So we got that. This goes under my desk again. These go back on here. Where's my alphabet? I don't know. I don't know if I remember. I'm just gonna put them all down. Let's see. And where is my? There he is. I think that's all my letters. That should be all my letters. And this is my little plastic pouch that I made out of the projector. Just folded it. Well, this one I measured it because this is a little bit wider. 30. It does the job. Not bad. I could get about 100 bags, anywhere between 75 to 100 bags, depending on how wide I need them. It took 2 sheets to do, but a little bit of clear tape on the top, the bottom, and the sides, and that pretty much seals it for me. Them from falling out, so that is a good investment. All right, you guys. So now I just have to arrange my alphas, and we shall be good. All we want is to be happy and use the words we want to. Let's see. The joy. Where is my why? Did I forget to do the why? Don't tell me I forgot to do the why. How did I spell joy? Like Joe? I forgot to do the why. See, this is what happens. I forgot to do the why. I gotta do the why. That sucks. Where's my R? Okay, my R is here. I forgot to do a Y, you guys. How can I forget to do a Y? Huh? I remember to do 2 E's, but I forgot to do one Y. I like that. Now I just gotta pull all my stuff out and get a Y out of there. Oh no, I made it. Yeah, I made the Y. I was gonna say, how did I forget to do that? The joy. I just wrote joy freedom. What happened to the of? I forgot to do the of. The joy of what is it? The freedom of no, the joy of being. I forgot the rest of the saying, you guys. Hello, Carmen. Can you say screw loose? What was it that I said? The joy of what is it? Lord, I forgot to use the other words. The joy of freedom, freedom of joy, the joy of joys, the joy of being free to use and say what we want to. I don't know if that is possible anymore. Yes, I do have a screw loose. I don't know where it went. If anybody sees it, tell it to come home. Where's my papel? Where is my papel? My black on it. What did I do? I threw it out? No, it's right here. Alrighty then. Whoop whoop. All right. So the joy of being no, the joy of freedom. Freedom. So I just need 2 letters. That's not too bad. Freedom. So we have an O and we have an F. The joy of freedom. That is one huge O. Now where is my, there it is. No. Let's see, you guys. Let's see. I'm just trying to keep the beat up, you know, because we're going through some dark times right now. In the mode. Trying to lighten the mood. That's all. That's now. Let me put my little needle away because I don't need you. I know my singing sucks, you guys. I'm not here for singing though. I'm here for art. Le arte. Viva la art. So let's see. All right. So now I can put these babies away. I can put these babies away. And I can put these away. I know the O doesn't belong there. Where's my D? A, B, C, D, E, F. Where's my capital F? And not to forget about it. I can't forget about it. I'm gonna have to look for that. I'm a little tarantara today. I don't know what's going on. So I have my word freedom. I'm just gonna ink these babies up really quickly, position them how I want them, and then I'm gonna consider this page to be done. And no, not done. I still have to add some bling. Bling bling, everybody bling bling. So let's see. How can I get this baby straight? Use a ruler. Use a ruler. How can I get this baby straight? Yeah, use a ruler. Use a ruler. Although this ruler is so darn big, I think I'm just gonna freehand it. I do that in my house all the time, and I get my kids and my husband stuck with rhythms and songs in their heads that I make up as I go along. And then they can't get the song out of their head. And 3 hours from now, I hear my husband say, use the ruler, use the ruler. I know. I didn't have any coffee today, though. And or tea. This nut job was talking about. I'm all for people having their opinions, but it's about how you execute those opinions, people. This is when my easel comes in handy because I can see I'm doing this or how not straight I'm doing this. So let's see. It's not too bad. Because once I put this glue on, it's a wrap. Get this humongous O in here so that I get some of this really white because I didn't do the best job at embossing this paper because I embossed the whole paper. Like I just ran the, I ran the pad everywhere. Um, and then I just went, one strip at a time, and I did silver and I did red, and then I did a lot of black. Blowing it, I was heating it up, it was kind of blowing all over the place because I think I put too much. So I ended up with these little areas of just nothing happening. It kind of adds to it. Wait, wait. The joy of, let's put the up down here. I almost put the, and it doesn't even go there. Let me put the joy here. This J is a little suspect, but we'll deal with it for now. Dun, dun, dun. We need a small O. And I probably should not have put um, that big O right there, because I think that's going to interfere with my Y. Yep, it sure is. Come on, baby. Don't get too messed up. Fix you, because this Y goes first. And now I have a blotch there, but I'm going to try to fix that maybe with some inking. So let's see here. The joy, that O looks so much bigger than that Y. But you know what? Beggars can be choosers. Right now, I am on that level. The joy of, where's my humongous O? There it is. On their little planners and stuff. Write down in my planner the things that I buy more so than anything. All the stuff that I kind of buy go in there. I'm gonna have to add some kind of detailing here because I messed up that paper a little bit when I did humongous O there because I left it on too long. So it's not looking too kosher, but it'll do for now. It'll do for now. I'll just probably add some kind of stenciling or something over that just to kind of and it's early, you guys. I don't think I've had this much work done in an hour in a long time. Let's see. The joy of freedom. 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 I love that word. It's too bad that little by little it's losing its meaning. So let's see. Let's see if I can finish this one spelling it properly. To ease, to ease. To ease or not to ease? That is the question. But overall, I will say that I am a very, very pleased customer right now with, first of all, the seller of this product right here and the arrival of this product right here because it was the first one that I received. I haven't received any others that I received, I think, one more set that I got from there. In quite a good amount of time. I think it was like less than 2 weeks, and I received it. Although I am still awaiting her, but this gets me started, so that's a good thing. Freedom is two E's, right, you guys? Oh Lord, I should have checked that first. Who you guys talking about? Who got a letter from where, Joyce? All right. Up and just shade these little areas a little bit. To kind of make them pop out just a smidge. I like that very much. I like that very much. Let me go ahead and engage out. And I think if you guys would like, I can work on some tags in the same kind of fashion, by putting pieces together if you guys would like. Or if not, I can call it a day. It is up to you guys. Just let me know if you still have the energy to continue to watch this craziness. I don't really have much white going on here, and I really do not want to introduce too much white. I have a little bit of lace, and I think that that's more than enough right there. But I am trying to see what else I can add. Uh, Something that I don't mind sacrificing. I am very attached to that craft with, which I know are tendencies of hoarding. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot. So let's see. Um, let's get some of these yellows in here. I just have bags of assorted stuff, you guys. I like the pink, but I think I'm done with the pink for today. I've added more than enough of that pink for one sitting. I think that's pretty good. Hi, Kelly. How you doing, love? So I like this, but I think I'm gonna add it all the way up there so that it looks like the um what is this thing called? The dragonfly gearing towards going somewhere. There's a purpose why he's kind of here. And I kind of envision this part as being kind of like the curtain, like looking outside of the curtain and in your kitchen window, you have some flowers in the backyard, the butterflies and the dragonflies and all of these beautiful things from nature kind of coming by and just stopping by to say hello, see it. story that plays in my mind. I have a few more butterflies that I would like to add here and there. I add some pearls and I'm done. Some little pearl pieces to this. I think this came out quite lovely. Yes, it is. I cannot even imagine what they must be going through right now. It's really heartbreaking. Okay, so I found something to kind of come on, Carmen, just stick it, keep it moving. All right, so let's see here. I think this piece is about done. Let me grab some flat bags. Oh, that's gonna be a mission. I have in my little basket of fun here. My little baskets of fun. I should have something that I can use. Let's see what I find in one of these. Oh wow, that is truly sad right now. It's not gonna help me. It is truly sad. Here on, being in New York, we don't get that much of that. We've had our occasional hurricane. Had so much of those catastrophic type things happening um, on this side, but I guess little by little, all the way around the world, it's touching every single corner, one way or the other. All right, so I pulled out, trying to see maybe some of this champagne bling. It's like a champagne color, which is exactly the same color that I had before. Alrighty then. So I'm gonna try to use this and just see how I use it because I have my little tote that has all of my flat backs, this, that, and the third, all of my little adhesive pieces. They're all in a little tote, and I have a box on top of that tote right now, and that's gonna be really hard for me to get to it. So I'm gonna try to do this way. I don't really like that. Let me see what else I can do. I don't really like that. So maybe I can use some of this baby pink. I think that'll match well. I think that'll match well. So I'm gonna use some of this little baby pink. This is like crystal. At least that's what it claims. It says it's like crystal little flat back thingamabobs, little flat back trims. I got this from eBay. They're really tiny and they appear to be glass. I bit them. I bit into it to see if it was really glass. So this is kind of glass. So I'm trying to see how I want to lay this out. Yes, yes, he does. I think. I think I'm gonna try to connect it to the clock as opposed to the flower. So let's see if I can do this. I don't like using the glue gun. Oh Lord, I don't like using the glue stick melter because it's very messy. So I try not to use it as often as possible because I just don't like dealing with that whole mess and just how exposed it is after it's all said and done. Like you can see it everywhere. And I really don't like that, especially after taking your time and being so careful and adding this detail and that detail to have all this glue popping out of everywhere, kind of messing everything up. See? So I'm trying to see if just by me holding this down with my little Dollar Tree glue job put, which so far, and I really like this color on this because it shimmers. It's very pearlescent, kind of sticks out. Even though the background has a lot of pink, you can still see it. But thank you, baby. So let's see. I think right there is where it finishes. Let me go ahead and trim that. Okay. Alrighty, so I was able to kind of add that on there. And very busy for a layout. I guess if you wanted, you can still add a picture here. But obviously, if you wasn't gonna do this, you would probably do it with the intention of putting a picture. So you would leave space for that with the intention of actually adding a picture to it. So I'm gonna cut a few of these at two at a time because that's just about how long my little red butterflies are. So I'm just gonna cut a few of these and stick them on. Let's see if I can use these tweezers. So for those of you guys that stay home during the day, be sure to catch me on Tuesday coming up. I'll be streaming in the morning, the afternoon. I don't think I'm gonna be doing any more of these Wednesday. I will still do my Saturday because Saturday I know is a day that most people are free in the evening. Um, so I will still continue to do my Saturdays, but I think for the most part, my Wednesday evening I'm gonna cut it out only because I don't want to interfere with my children's schooling homeschooling extremely serious. So I do not want to be the excuse later, like, Mom, but you was going live and you couldn't help me, so I don't want to hear none of that. So, uh, I am not gonna be streaming during the week. Home. That way they have my undivided attention in case they need it, because I know for my twins, it's their first year in college and they're local, so they're home every day. I don't get no breaks on that level. So, and then my youngest, who's now, uh, still, she's in high school and she, still needs help here and there, available. And I don't want to be distracted when they do need me. Wow, Kelly. Hopefully, darling, you'll be a-okay in no time. Speedy recovery on all my friends and even some of my enemies. One. Oh, okay, that's more than one, two. Okay, that should be good. I really like how this bling looks on here. I should have put that butterfly down, it up, because now that I ended it over here, I could have ended it and had the butterfly over it, but I didn't do that. But these little pieces of crystal look really nice, and they add the perfect little touch of shimmer, not too overwhelming, and they match really nicely with the background and just the reds that are in here. So extra, I have two extra. So let me add you here since I have two extras. I'm gonna add it right on the little dragonfly. Let's see where. I don't want to add it on the dragonfly. There, I'll add them one on top of the other, kind of like so. Okay, so I think I'm done with this layout, you guys. Of something or the other. So I mean, if you wanted to, let's say, hide some pictures in there, or you wanted to put something in there, then you have like a little pouch, if you will, that you can kind of hide some kind of memorabilia or something that is of, some level of importance to you. I think. Let me roll this corner up. I think what I'm gonna do. Roll this little thing up just a smidge, and I am gonna pop it up on some pop dots. And what time is it? It's 8:15, and I think I'll have time to at least do one tag with you guys. Too long to do that. I'm trying to kind of, do different things, because I know I always lean a lot towards painting or doing those kinds of things, but I also do love to do other crafts, not just painting. Um, I just like to have my hands dirty, if you will. I like creating. Now, I'm not good at everything. Any of us are at any level. But I do like to try different things. So I think this is cute enough that if I wanted to kind of go ahead and frame this, I could. And I didn't use the flower that I picked out. I used some other ones that I have from a pack. Um, I probably should have called this page The Passage of Time. No. Now I think of a title, you guys. I'm crazy. Now the title comes to me after I've done all that. Who said that? Oh, that. it, interesting. I always love to give my things away to people that I know love it or are going to cherish it. Um, Meaning to them, even if it's the smallest little meaning. But that it actually, it brings them to a certain kind of place, time, whatever the case may be. So I always love hearing those kinds of things because then I know, okay, okay. So if I ever do something pretty for you, or you never know, because I go through my things and randomly just send them out when it's gonna go. They just arrive like magic. Especially because I'm bad with shipping. Not that I'm bad at shipping or that I don't ship. I just my time frames are always off because I never know when I can go. Um, oh my god, or I never know when I'm going. I should say. So sometimes I just get up and be like, okay, I'm going to the post office. Other times I'm like, okay, I can go this week. Too much of a time frame when it comes to that because it kind of ships when it ships, if you will. But came out pretty cute overall. Here I got the M. It went forward. It went left. So, but this one's done, and I think I'm gonna have to store it in my scrapbook binder, the actual binder things that I really don't use much. Before I was using it to store stamps and stuff like that. Now that I found a better system, those are kind of stored away. But I think I'm gonna have to put it out. You can put the words. You cannot use anymore in the little pocket. What? Gracias, Isabel. So let me put this to the side, and while I have time and have you guys all here and engaged, let's go ahead and create some tags. And I have this paper that is kind of beat to. I think I might as well just use this, right? Why not? And I have some black cardstock here that is very handy and available. So I'm gonna cut some of this down to size. I'm gonna glue a part of this to another part of this, and let's see what we come up with. And I know that this paper is kind of dark, so I'm gonna see how I fix that so that I can lighten it up a little bit, or maybe I'll do some paper layering. I'm not sure. I'll see what bits and pieces I have, but go ahead and glue this cardstock, and this is Recollections cardstock. I'm gonna glue this to the dirtiest part of this paper. Thank you, guys. So special to me. Just gonna trim these edges, and then I'm gonna run it through the paper trimmer and see what I come out with. See what I come out with, and I'll probably use some stickers to embellish, which those I do have readily available. Let's see. So I got my two pieces adhered one to the other. Now I'm just gonna figure out how wide I want this tag to be, how big I want it to be. I think that should be pretty good. Decent size tag, nice and wide. And then I'm gonna do the same thing to the other side because I might as well get a few tags out of it. And I can always save these to do some other projects with them if I don't use them now. Tag that I want, which is that one. And I am gonna go ahead and what am I gonna do? Um, no paint today. That is a challenge for me right there, you guys. Around with some metallics real quick. I would have used some metallics really quick. So let me see what other paper I can glue onto this and kind of do some collaging. Let's see. Okay, so I think I'm gonna start off with on a paper that I had already in one way or the other. I think what I'm gonna do is these edges off. Let's see here. Hi, Claudia. Okay, so I'm gonna some of that there. See how this is gonna go. I think that's pretty good right there. I think that's pretty good right there. And I have iced spruce. No, this is the one color that I didn't buy was the iced spruce, and I didn't get broken china on the outside. The broken china, and because I don't like the iced spruce. That I didn't really get that I was looking for in the oxides. It's okay. Maybe next time. That's not too bad. Does anybody know if there's more colors than just the 12? Because all I've seen so far, or all I've read up on, is just 12, but there's more. Because there might be more. I'm not, you know. Although I think I got one of the main colors, if you will. Those, my blues, my reds. Um, I got the brown. I got both of the browns, even though I know I probably didn't need those. But I got both of the browns. And I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue a dot of this in the center here so that I know where this is gonna go. Oh, like right there. And then as I go placing my pieces, I'll go kind of gluing them in. And I'm putting red on everything because supposedly red and green go good together. That's what I heard. Oh, the party, huh? That's why Joanne's had them on sale the way that they had them on sale. So I'm trying to do this in a more methodical way. Usually I'll do this whole collaging and then I'll take everything off and then be wondering like why I can't figure out what piece goes where. Did you just take them all off? Like you lost the whole piece of the puzzle, like you lost the whole picture. So I'm gonna try to do this, ink them and glue them. I'm not gluing the whole thing, I'm just gluing them in the center. And once they're down that I know that okay, this is how I want this, then I'll go ahead and add the rest of the pieces to it. Rest of the pieces the right way. I'm just lightly dabbing these just so that they stick out. Otherwise, it's gonna so well, and at least that way it'll kind of look like they all belong. And I don't like straight edges. I like straight edges for something. For most things, I really don't like straight edges. I'd rather my edges be all natural shapes, if you will, like all torn. Oy vey. What am I gonna do with these people? They keep adding stuff like that there. So I'm gonna add that there. And let's see how this goes. And then I'm gonna look at my stickers. I don't use my stickers enough. Start getting into using my stickers more. Let's stick this down. And this can go. See, yeah, I guess it can go there. Okay, let's work on this bottom piece right here. And the first thing I'm gonna do on this long piece right here. My hair's curly. What edges? But what edges you talking about, girl? Work of art. All right, so these I might have to trim a little bit off of this. So let me go ahead and do that now instead of having to do it later. Okay, so these this the last two pieces, and then I'll get some that into a tag shape yet, which I have to do. Do that after because it'll just clip off whatever whatever I'm not gonna need anyway. So I'm okay with that. So let's see. So this is kind of quick and easy. Very quick, very easy. Now that I have that, I can go ahead and put these lifted edges. Worried about placement. You know, tidbit in case you're building something like this and you don't really know where to put your pieces at. You don't have to glue them down all the way initially. Just add a little bit enough to hold them in place, but that it gives you enough room around it. Inserting stuff here and there and just figuring stuff out, kind of, get it all together. Once you're all done, then it's a lot easier to go in and add glue than it is to peel something away once it's glued on. So let's see. And try to cut this thing down kind of a tag shape, which I suck at doing that, honestly. Good. So rule of thumb is clip on one side, use the other side, kind of hold it against it, and then you'll be able to cut exactly the same amount if you can hold it together enough. Exactly the same amount off the other side. If my wiggly little fingers will hold on to this thing, might be slightly off, but not too bad. And there goes my tag. Now I just gotta punch a hole in it. And I am gonna add and I think I said two no words, but oh well. I have this cute little leaf punch that I think is what I'm gonna use. Bro. I need to start lifting weights. This thing is hard. Lord, oh Lord. All right, that's not gonna work. Not for two layers. Where is my thingy tool? Come on now. I know I have like five of those things. One right now? That is so odd. Um, you know what? It is odd. So I'm gonna use uh, um, I'm gonna make a big hole as opposed to a small hole. I'm gonna punch out a heart. We won't tell Carmen what? My emotions. So I'm gonna use this humongous element for my little tag because this little leaf thing only punches out paper. So I think that'll work. And do that more to the edges. And I'm gonna go get some cute little stickers that I think will do well. And that is a quick way to cover up ugly paper. Is with pretty paper. Let me get some stickers. I know. I've used every word in the alphabet so far, Deb. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I am lost in the sauce. And things are only going to get more difficult from here. I can pretty much assure you that. So let's see. Um, just trying to see what stickers I can use here that will complement this theme, or at least complement the colors a little bit. Those are a little dark, and the theme was already a little dark, so I would want something that's a little bit bright, but not white. Just when you think that things are getting simpler, they get harder. Maybe I play with those. Maybe I'll play with those a little bit. I think that will look cute. Yes, Deb. Yes. Well, you know what? When you get stuck with ugly paper, like if you buy a lot, and you know that every single paper pad has like, a good 30% of ugly paper. To find a paper pad that every single page in it is gorgeous. It doesn't happen often. And when it does, person. But when it doesn't, you can use the scraps that are left over from when you make your cards and your other projects and put those pretty pieces of scraps to the side and cover up that ugly paper. Yes, you can. All right, so let's see here. I got those cute little fairies and stuff. I'm trying to see because this definitely looks like their kind of place to live. So I'm gonna see what I do now. Yes, they do this all the time, not just some of the time. Um, um, yes, I'm gonna use this sticker right here. It says "Life is beautiful," and it looks like it's cut out of a tree trunk. I'm gonna use this to kind of build a little scene, and I think that's how I'm gonna end up. I'm gonna end this tag and this night. Cute little tag. And I pulled out these little things, but I don't know if I'm gonna use it. What I will say is that I'm gonna have to actually, um, I'm gonna have to use a piece of this to kind of create a little hill for what I'm thinking about. Hill, and it's kind of perfect because it already has some lines that are kind of in it. So I'm gonna create like if this is like a little city or a little town or a little village of fairies. This up, and I'm gonna adhere this down, but I'm not gonna adhere it. I'm gonna add foam dots to it to pop it out. I'm gonna kind of add some on there, right onto the paper to kind of give it a little bit of color. Green, which I love green. You guys know I love green. Everything, and it's not for everyone. Um, limits. I do have my limits, you guys. So I'm gonna pop this up. This cute little fairy scene stickers. These puffy stickers. That's what they are. They're like little puffy stickers. So I'm just gonna do that. Cut this in half. Um, in here, pop up all the little stickers. Pink and green. Yes. Some things, you know, you can get away with. I like green mostly because the color of it matches everything. Like it's in every flower. It's pretty much in everything. So you can kind of get away with it because there's colors of all different there's flowers of all different colors and they all have green on the stem. Every tree, no matter what color it turns into, it always start off green. So okay, this is really cute, you guys. I don't know if I showed you. I probably didn't. It's all puffy, and it's got little trees, and we have little deers and rainbows and flowers, ladybugs, all different kinds of stuff. It's got little homes, which I'm gonna use here. So I'm gonna start off by adding some homes. I'm trying to see where I'm gonna stick these little homes at. I'm gonna add all these little houses here and little trees. I just have to be careful so that they all fit. Little mushrooms that I'm gonna stick right along here. We got more than one mushroom. Please tell me we got more than one mushroom. I'm gonna add this other little house down here. And why is this lifting? This didn't stick well enough. There you go. And hopefully you guys can see what I'm kind of doing. We have little butterflies here and just everywhere. And fairies that have wings, so I don't need to attach them to the ground. On a little leaf like I am right there. And this one, I can kind of put her right there, kind of like at an angle. And we have all kinds of little animals all over the place because this is a fun place to be. And who wouldn't want to live in fairyland, right? I'm gonna add another little tree right here. And I'm gonna add a little deer right on here. And some flowers, flower power, yeah, yeah. Where do we have flower power? Can't have flower power there. Maybe no flower power? Nope, no flower power. So let's see here. We have a cute little fox. Let's add him. Where can we add him? He's just sitting there, so he's just hanging out, waiting for the fairies to come down to float all day long. They don't have nothing else to do. Um, Butterflies, and more little mushrooms. There, little flowers, little flowers everywhere. We're almost done here, darling. Attaching the last of the puffy little stickers to create this kind of whimsical uh, little tag. Puffy little hearts to it. It's just love. And isn't it awesome just to love? I'm gonna add a little rainbow. Trying to see where. Maybe I don't add a little rainbow. This over. Can I add my little rainbow then? Added a little rainbow. I wish that rainbow was a little bit bigger, but that's okay. We'll just make do. Little flowers. And we need one more girl. We have we have one more cute little fairy right around here. This is all very deep down in the grass. Fairies live because they're microscopic. And so everything is teeny tiny. And this is pretty much, they're all the way down there. Thank you, darling. Intentional. And all the little animals are just gathering up by the little houses. And I don't think I can add any more houses to this thing. So just gonna try to add a few more little mushrooms here and there wherever I can. A couple more little cute puffy stickers, little hearts in there. And this tag I think will be finito. And I didn't even get to use up all of my puffy stickers. But I will add all of the little hearts and stuff that I can find. Make it a little bit fuller. If I can even do that anymore. Capacity. Alrighty, you guys. So I think I am and grab a ribbon to wrap around my little tag. And I created a whole little scene from these little Dollar Tree stickers. And I wanted to add this sticker here, but I don't know if I'm, let me see, I might have to move some things around. Life is beautiful, but I want to see if it'll actually work with what I have going on. I need to use, I can just use a puppy, the puppy part. I don't need the background, right? The puffy part is more than enough. Beautiful. I think that goes pretty much perfect right there. Oh, forget it. I think the heart shape kind of fits good because the whole thing is just a whole bunch of little puffy hearts everywhere. So that worked out well. Thank you, my darling. Thank you. Do these kinds of things enough. So inspired by Brandy, who is always just putting stuff on her table and just crafting from there, and so many other crafters just kind of do all these different kinds of things. And I usually don't have a plan. Me up all the time because I sit here literally every time with an idea, a concept, but no way of actually executing it. Um, messes me up big time, you guys, big time. So let's see. Um, what do I find? Let me see if I find some kind of okay, maybe some tool that might work. Um, got some tool. getting some pink tool. I think that'll work. I think that'll work. Cut this in half. I'm gonna cut this in half as well, so that I can kind of tie it all together. Hopefully this will work because this is a really big opening. It doesn't need to be humongous, it just needs to have something to hold on to. I probably should have gotten longer pieces of tool, but this will work. Work. It has to work. So I'm just gonna fray these up a little bit. This is a little bit and just kind of pull them so it's a little bushy. Kind of reminds me of what it look like on their own. And I don't want to rip it, but I do want to keep it, you know, kind of crazy and whimsical. So this is my fairy tag. Yeah, I know. And you see, I'm the right side of the brain, and left, and Brandy's like the left side of the brain. She is a planner, like in black and white, what's going on and how it's gonna happen, and I'm like the complete opposite. I'm like, let's jump off the roof and see if we hit the floor. I'm like, I'm that kind of person. Like, let's just go for it. A sense of adventure. Um, but that's not always good. It's not always good because you waste a lot of valuable time. And I've learned that honestly throughout this whole summer of doing these live streams on Wednesday, um, just in my live streams in general, just the lack of planning, productivity. I still produce a product, but I just don't produce it in a timely manner. I use up and consume a lot of time because my things are not where they need to be, and I spend a lot of time looking for stuff. I've spent a lot of time looking for stuff. I think throughout this summer's evolution, because this is pretty much what it is to me, right? Every second of the day, I'm trying to evolve into a better me. So I think throughout this evolution of this whole process through the summer, I've learned a lot of things about organization. I've learned a lot of things about time management. I've learned a lot of things about, you know, execution and just how to do certain things in a certain kind of way. And I think that I'm at the point now where I'm half and half. I'm better prepared. My stuff is a little bit more organized, so that allows me to be a little bit more productive. Um, and hopefully, as I continue to evolve, things will continue to get better, and I will continue to be more productive and more productive. I mean, that's the goal. I don't want to become crazy. Certain like I don't want to say there's like an OCD, but I do kind of have the tendency to over get stuck on certain things. So I don't want to do it. I don't want to do that no more. I want to be able to let things go and keep it moving, and be more organized, be more prepared, and just be more ready for my tasks. So, with that said, I think tonight is going to be the last night for my Wednesday. So, I want to thank you guys all from the bottom of my heart for sticking it out with me this summer. It's been crazy, with my with my original video situation kind of collapsing on me, kind of going on with this new camera now, which is better than the last one, but it's still not up to where it needs to be for you guys to properly see everything clearly. And just for all your love and support, and sticking it out with me, I greatly appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. It's been an awesome summer, and mainly because you guys have all been here religiously, if you will, rooting me on and cheering me on. You know, every time that I get on. So thank you guys so much for that. I hope that you guys are able to catch me on my next one coming up, which is going to be Tuesday. I'm going to be testing that out, and hopefully that works out. If it doesn't work out, then I'll see what day I can work it out. I just really want to not do live streaming on in the evening. Um, so I'll see how I figure that out. But I want to thank you guys so much. Stay posted because I will let you guys know if something changes. And yes, you guys are super awesome. Thank you all for having my back. I hope that if you guys need me tomorrow, I can be there for you as well. And it's been a fun summer. So on to the fall, you guys. On to the fall. Thank you guys for watching. I will catch you guys on the next one. Have an awesome night.